Hey everyone, I'm Dave the Chair from the Entertainment Network, bringing you a Dawn of Soulstorm replay on the moon-based map. So it's going to be 1 versus 1 map with Hexus as the Necrons and myself, Lightman 2009, as the Necrons as well. So yes, I do make quite a few mistakes during this game, given that I'm just playing as random races at the moment, so I'm still getting the hang of them and all that. But biggest thing with Necrons is that you really want to keep the monolith producing units. So whether it's just free stuff like scarabs or warriors, you want to just keep them producing stuff, and yeah, make that mistake several times during this game, and yeah, basically my opponent manages to overwhelm me with basically, yeah, just sheer amounts of warriors, flayed ones, and yeah, pretty good use of his Necron Lord as well, actually. So there you go, not too shabby indeed. So anyway, it looks like my opponent Hexus is going for a very early summoning core, which is interesting because I don't normally go for summoning cores until a bit later on in the game as Necrons myself. But what the hell, we'll see how that plays off. And he's also getting a couple of squads of warriors, as well as the scarabs as well. Or scarabs, whatever you want to call them. So yes, okay, oh that's right, I built my first Gauss turret there just to try to ward off any units trying to approach the middle from the south. It kind of leaves the rest of the map open though, from both flanks, but whatever. Decided to do that anyway. And yeah, very interesting indeed, going for an incredibly early summoning core. Huh. Now what the hell, assuming I'm going for a Necron Lord myself, might just speed things up a bit given that we're only just seeing the initial phases of the game. And yeah, when you have two Necron players playing, as you can see, they're not in any hurry to really do too much. I do manage to keep capturing the critical location. I think I do manage to capture it entirely before the initial attack, and yeah, I've also got more obelisks coming down, more plasma generators being constructed, and yeah, just continuing to get more points. At the same time, looks like my opponent does have the summoning core up, getting an early Wraith, interestingly enough, and yeah, does have Necron Warriors out. My Necron Lord comes out, so decides to retreat and teleports, and yeah, now we've got some Necron Warriors as well as a fancy Wraith coming out as well. Though we do have a fancy Gauss turret to try to take out that Wraith, and Hexus is going to continue on though. Why not, eh? Why not? So let's have a look what he's doing now. Okay, now he's building his own Necron Lord, and yeah, he's also finishing capturing his own points as well, while the critical location is mine though holding on to what will be another challenge to say the least, especially since my opponent has two full squads of Necron Warriors. So I think what he was trying to do with that Wraith, because Necron Warriors are very slow troops, I think he was just trying to tie up my squads of Necron Warriors, or at least tie up one squad of Necron Warriors in close combat, which would be relatively easy to do given how quick the Wraith is and how slow the Warriors are. So Hexus, what else is he doing? Okay, just getting more Necron Warriors. He hasn't done anything else with his summoning core, though he does have the Forbidden Archive coming up. So yeah, it looks like he was mostly getting that summoning core for the early Wraith that unfortunately didn't work out too well. And here we go, here comes the attack by myself. So Necron Lord coming into close combat. We also have Necron Warriors of my opponent coming into close combat with my Necron Warriors, and we also got Hexus sending in his Necron Lord up. Problem is, of course, he had the Solar Pulse ability researched just in time, and yeah, managed to use it. Thankfully, most of my Necrons were sort of on the outer edge of its effects, so yeah, we're just wandering back, and yeah, we do have the Gauss turrets to try to take out the Necron Lord as well. Hexus actually going straight for the Gauss turret though, very interesting thing to do, although yeah, his Necron Lord is going to get demoralized. He can take quite a few shots though, as you can see, and his own Necron Warriors are starting to shoot at my guys though. Bit of a problem for me. But what can you do? I do manage to take out his Necron Lord while my Necron Lord is still alive. Of course, his Wraith I suppose will come in pretty handy for decapturing my critical location, as you can see. And yeah, I probably should have built a second Gauss turret beforehand, but what can you do? In the case here, we do have my Gauss turret continuing to fire at my opponent's Necrons, and finally him teleporting his warriors out of there. Gauss turret barely managing to survive that. Another squad of Necron Warriors coming up, and yeah, thankfully at the moment I do seem to still be building Necron Warriors, thank God, or at least summoning them from the depths, actually, I believe that's their lore. But anyway, and yeah, finally do have my own summoning core up. Got flayed ones coming out, two squads of flayed ones coming out for Hexus, and more plasma generators as well. And why not, eh? Why not? And yeah, flayed ones, they can be a real pain in the ass, but thankfully they move, I think they actually move even slower than Warriors though, Necron Warriors that is. But yeah, they can really be a massive pain in the ass, especially if they're teleported right behind your Warriors, because your Warriors are still pretty damn slow, so they have to, get, they still have to, the hell out of there while being under fire, presumably by your opponent's Necron warriors. So anyway, that Wraith coming in try to do a bit of damage. I think just to try to either decap, actually not to decap, but you know, just to do a bit of light harassment there. And what else do we have? Another Flayed Ones squad. And interestingly enough, we got some Flayed Ones being teleported here. Okay, they haven't exactly been reinforced much, but yeah, they're going to be a massive pain in the ass. And yeah, at this particular moment, I really should have started retreating my Necron warriors back. Although instead I decided to teleport them, it probably would have been just enough to retreat them back. I should have, yeah, probably just started walking back towards the Flayed Ones, taking pot shots at them as I went along. Because yeah, this little strong point in the middle is now going to fall, and yeah, this is basically the beginning of the end for me. Middle completely is going to collapse, and yeah, I probably should have been a bit more vigilant with my Necron warriors, but what can you do? So I was probably paying more attention to his Necron warriors attacking me rather than the Flayed Ones who are teleporting behind me. Now, as you can see, they're just going to slice and dice my precious Gorse turrets. Bit of a shame, but what can you do? And I wish that Necrons could actually lay down mines, but yeah, unfortunately they can't, so that would have really come in handy, blowing the crap out of these Flayed Ones as they try to close into melee. So anyway, in any case, we've got a counter-attack by my Necron warriors, my Necron Lord also coming into the fray. The opponent's Necron Lord is still down for the count though, so my Necron Lord is pretty much free to try to do as much damage as possible before croaking or teleporting. And for some reason I don't know why, but I still didn't get a Forbidden Archive, so I don't know what the hell the point of that was. But anyway, my Necron Lord managing to do a bit of damage there, and yeah, my opponent's Necron Lord teleporting in once again, coming in with Solar Pulse ability, incredibly effective, even more so against Necron warriors, because you know they either are forced to teleport out of their orbit to very slowly walk out of the effects of the Solar Pulse. And yeah, basically the mistakes of basically not building or continually building troops like my opponent was, and also not fully upgrading my Necron Lord, or at least upgrading it with the Solar Pulse ability like my opponent did. Yeah, it really cost me the game in the long run, as you can see, and yeah, now I'm going to basically pay for it. So I do a bit of a running defense, as it were. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh, it's teleporting these guys all the way. Oh, okay, just to get back to the Necron Monolith. Why not? Interesting. So yeah, I do have a brief respite for the time being anyway, but yeah, of course, it's just going to pop his Flayed Ones back in at an opportune time. So not too good for me, to say the least. Not too good at all. And here we go. Here comes first squad of Flayed Ones and the second squad. Unfortunately, I decide to keep my Necron warriors where they are, and yeah, as you can see, they get sandwiched between the Flayed Ones as well as these Necron warriors. And we got a third Flayed Ones squad coming in as well, just to be a pain in the ass, demoralizing many Necron warriors, and yeah, at least causing them to walk a bit faster at the very least. So very unfortunate. Actually, I also notice... Ah, there we go. Now my opponent's going to tier 2, of course. Very unfortunate. So yeah, I do have my own Flayed Ones out, but not really doing too much damage, as you can see. I suppose they got the Necron Lord tied up for a little bit of a while, but there we go. He went into an aggressive mode, and yeah, just decided to lay down the Solar Pulse ability in the perfect position, actually, right here where my guys are going to be retreating, of course. And yeah, probably should have just teleported my guys out of there. It would have given more territory to them, but yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have just walked them back like I almost did into the Solar Pulse ability. Instead, I decided to actually go back here into this corner. Not the greatest move, given that the Flayed Ones can just corner my guys in. And yeah, now we've also got a few guys, a few Necron warriors inside my base as well, tearing up as much as possible, and yeah, generally giving me a bit of a bad time, to say the least. Very unfortunate. Although I do have a few squads of my own Flayed Ones out, even though they're kind of walking around pretty slowly. But so yeah, finally they are coming out. Although I probably should have teleported them near the Forbidden Archive and Plasma Generators and such, at least to try to flank my opponent's Necron warriors. Might have actually had a bit of a chance, now that I think of it, although I think at one point he actually starts to build a... there we go, yeah, he starts to build Gorse turrets in my own base. So I think that's about when I decide to just say screw it and yeah, call it quits, which I should be doing in about some minute or so. So yes, you can see my opponent dedicating a couple of squads of Builder Scarabs just to make sure that their Ghost Tart gets built no matter what. And really it's not as if my guys were really going to retaliate, being embroiled in this melee. And actually, yeah, now that I look at it, yeah, it does look like my guys were pretty much outnumbered as well, those forces. So, you saying this is insane? It kind of did feel a bit insane. The guy that I was playing against obviously had a much more experience with Necrons than I did, and there's a GG by me, and bam, out I go. So there we go. Until next time, this has been Dame Vidvich, signing off.